Hi, my name is Sandra Daniels with First Authority Realty. My husband, Troy Daniels, is the man behind the camera. We have the honor today of interviewing Ginger Tivey with G-Theory CrossFit. Thank you, Ginger, for having us here today.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we have a few questions we'd like to ask you, if you don't mind. We'd like to share with everyone, know how they can learn more about CrossFit and what you're doing to change people's lives. So how long have you been changing people's lives through coaching?
It's been about 8 years now, I think. Yeah, 8 years, something like that.
That's awesome.
Close to.
What inspired you to start changing people's life through CrossFit?
Well, as soon as I started CrossFit, as soon as I was introduced to it, I fell in love with it, and it's so functional in everything that we do in life, and it really is for all ages, all walks of life, really for everyone. So immediately, as soon as I started doing it, being the washed-up athlete that I am, I immediately knew it was for everybody. And my best friends have come from CrossFit, and short, tall, round, sideways, it doesn't matter. It's really just moving and being better every day. So yeah, that's
awesome.
how it all started.
Well, if this is washed up, I want to be washed up. So we can't hold you to this next question because this is kind of impromptu, but to the best of your memory, how many lives would you say you've impacted through CrossFit?
You know, that we've only been open here just 6 months, but I've been coaching for a bit. And I don't know, I would say, I don't know, hundreds maybe?
Yeah, I'm sure. And I've seen quite a few myself just watching you and being involved, so I know
You're
impacted,
one of them.
Yeah, you've impacted a lot more than you realize. I know you're being a little modest, but you have impacted quite a few lives, and I see the change and the glow in people as they're growing and working out with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So share with us, if you will, 1 or 2 success stories on coaching clients that you've changed people's lives through CrossFit.
Wow. We've got a guy here that he's, I won't name names, but when he walked through the door, he was pretty broken. He's going through divorce, fighting for custody, of his kids, just broken, heartbroken, just broken, and in a bad space. And I'll never forget the first day I made him his gluten-free, sugar-free blueberry muffins, and he's just, if you saw him today, he's on fire. He's lit up. The transformation from the inside out has been pretty incredible. So the physical changes are just like the icing on the cake, for lack of a better phrase. That stuff just comes, and he's his whole regime and his goals and everything is just completely transformed. And I love him. He's just a great guy. So I love seeing that transformation. That's one. Another one is a gal who, she's significantly, in a lot of people's eyeballs, overweight, tremendously overweight, and most people would use the word obese, 50% body fat, and has been told her whole entire life that she can't do this, can't do that, no, just completely just law of the lid, just closed off and really suppressed, and now she's climbing walls, and she's going to be in a competition, and she's one of the hardest workers in here. And so it's pretty incredible to be a part of that journey with people and make them feel like they have a safe place to come and really just be the best version of themselves every day, a little bit better every day. So it's fun. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. So people have different opinions on the most important part on their tombstone. Some say it's the day you were born, some say it's the epitaph, some say it's the day you passed away. As we continue to interview more and more successful people like yourself, we're learning that it's more about the dash. It's how you live your life in between those dates. Yeah. So that being said, what type of legacy do you want to leave behind? How do you want to live your dash?
Oh boy, it's a tough one. I mean, it isn't. It's hard to narrow it down. Really, I just want to impact people's lives and empower people and really encourage people to see their potential again and help them reach it. G-Theory, the name to G-Theory was not the name I wanted, somehow has turned out that way, because I really didn't want it to be about me. I don't want this place to be about me. I want to be able to impact others and to be able to pour into myself so I can replicate myself, so that we can put a fingerprint on the community. So this, I want to leave a legacy would be to create something here that's bigger than me, that can change people's lives for the good and help people just move better and be safer in life, inspire each other, communally come together. I mean, that's, we're all here on this earth, and we all have kind of the same wants and needs, and to create a space where all walks of life can come and feel like they can do anything. That's really what I want to do, and I think it's already happening. And so to be able to feed into others and impact others. I mean, I'm only one person, and I can only touch so many people in the day. So if I can instill that into other coaches and empower other coaches to be the best versions of themselves, and to carry this inspiration forward, to impact youth, seniors. I'd love to be able to reach out to adaptive vets that don't have a place to go. You name it. I mean, we want to be involved in the schools, which we already are, and we also want to be able to give back. So just really, a place of inspiration that can teach everybody, we're all in this together, and if we can just help one another out and encourage each other to move forward, safer and stronger and healthier, then hey, then it's a win. And also too, I want to impact people in here because we can control it in here, but it's really the crazy out there, outside of these walls. And my favorite part of being here is hearing the stories after the weekend's over, and when people come back, and I thought of you this weekend. I was blowing the yard with my blower, and I thought, oh, Ginger would sail, engage her lats. And these stories are just great, because it means that people are actually moving better out there, right? Less injuries, and just feeling better about themselves.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. So with you being successful, you're disciplined, obviously, you have habits, you're committed to changing people's lives. There's always a secret. There's always everybody's like, what's the secret? What are they doing differently? How can I be like that, or be successful in what I want to do, and turn that into something in our lives? So what do the first 2 hours of your day look like?
First 2 hours of my day. Well, I mean, it's always a scary venture for anybody to start your own business, but for me, it's really about waking up and being grateful. That's the first thing that I do, is I'm just grateful. And so any anxiety or any stress or any things that might come with nature, as far as running a business and those types of things, and that's the first thing that I do, is I just am grateful for being here. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for so many things, and I'm blessed. And I'm, there's never enough hours in my day. I'm a learner, and I don't claim to know everything. There is no way that I can. And so I'm feeding myself for the day. I'm looking at my day, my members who are coming in for the day, our workout for the day, how I'm going to impact them. I'm immediately evaluating, who is coming in and what do I need to modify for them, because they have, injuries, or they have impingements, or whatever that is. So that's what I do. At the end of my day, I kind of do the same thing, where I'm reflecting, I'm grateful again, and I'm prepping for my next day. But I kind of begin and end my day with just a moment of, preparation, but just being grateful. That's really kind of how I start out.
That's awesome. That's kind of like the last 2 hours of your day too, which was my next question. So it's kind of the same way you ended.
Yeah. I mean, I'm prepping obviously for the next day, and by doing that, the next day, the next week, whatever it is. But without preparation, you won't sleep well. I sleep just fine.
Yeah.
I have my 6 hours of sleep. If it's 5.5, there's a problem. But no, I'm doing what I love, and I came from corporate America. I did it for 16 years, and this isn't about money. It's not a big money making business. I suppose it could be if you wanted to have a bunch of volume involved, but I've always I've always been a believer of do what you love, you know, because that is absolutely how you're going to impact lives and get the most out of what it is that you do. You'll really shine at what you do, and it's authentic. And so for me, I'm doing what I love, and so it's fun and it's easy, and
Yeah,
I love it. I love, 3 a.m. is when my alarm goes off, but it's really no big deal anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it is if I'm up too late. That's another thing.
Right.
But it's not, it's not that big a deal actually. Quite enjoy
when you
it.
set your mind to it, you're disciplined.
I do take a bath every morning.
There
I've
you
had
go.
so many surgeries. That's another thing too. Like with me, I can relate to pretty much most anybody because, I was an athlete. I mean, I was a scholared athlete, but big deal. We're all kind of washed up athletes, right? But I mean, I've had 12 knee surgeries. I've had, hip surgery, foot surgery, bunionectomy. Any ladies out there that have been in high heels, I've really, I've got scoliosis and a slight bulged disc, and so I've moved wrong for a long time. And what I like to do in here is teach people how to stay safe, and let's not do it that way anymore.
Right.
Let's do it the right way, and let's stay safe. And we grow up and we have coaches, we have doctors, we have PT therapists, we have a lot of different things in our life, but a lot of times we have not been taught how to just get on and off a toilet properly.
Right.
This basic movement, the most fundamental thing we can do in life. And so that's my goal here, is just to get people to move better, move safer, and push the rest home out as far as we can.
Yeah, so true. Everything you're saying. I mean, we learned from you. Troy and I have learned from you. Just the little things, and picking up a box, throwing a bale of hay. All those little things. I mean, they make a big difference. And you are in our head quite a bit. So, last statement and kind of a question. So, myth or fact? CrossFit is for people who are already in shape.
Myth. It's such a myth. It's a myth. Everything's scalable, and I've always believed that. Even when I was competing, I would stop what I was doing, and if somebody was moving improperly or they were going to put themselves in danger, immediately I would stop it and helping people. But all of us are out of shape on a level. I mean, if I'm competing against somebody that's a competitor, I'm technically out of shape because I'm not up to par. So any walk of life, any shape or size, any age, just the hardest part is just coming through the door. And then once you open the door, it's like open arms, like come on in, this is your new family. And we scale everybody. I scale everybody. I'm scaling myself constantly. I can't possibly expect myself or anybody walking in to get all of this stuff down 100% accurate and with precision day one. That's absolutely impossible. I'm still working on that myself. I probably will for the rest of my life. So it doesn't matter, what kind of shape you're in. It's just getting in the door. And I'm very sensitive to all levels of people. We're all different, and if I wasn't, then I wouldn't be doing my job. I think CrossFit has, they're all different. We have the freedom from Greg Glassman. He doesn't really, restrict and regulate how each one of us do our jobs and run our boxes, and it's good and it's bad. I mean, the freedom to do it our way is great. I think that some people have opened places up and they have a competitive mindset, and so anybody that comes in quickly gets hurt because they're thrown into things that they're not ready for.
Right.
And that's probably the worst thing that could possibly happen, and it has, and that's unfortunate. In here it's different. I mean, you're doing things, you're doing Olympic lifting, but you don't know you're doing it. And we do things in life that happen in here, and you're thinking it's like something from outer space in here, but it's actually, once I relate it to the real life stuff, it makes sense. So to answer your question, I mean, you don't have to be fit. We're all working on that. It's about being better every day.
Right.
Better
and
every day.
We agree because Troy and I have come here and you've met us right where we were in our being ready. I've gone and I've come back, and I've gone and I've come back with the travels and everything, and we're trying to fit in between, but you always meet us right where we are, and we appreciate that. And we don't ever feel like we're not up to par.
Right.
So I think that's great. It's huge, and that's why we wanted to share what you're doing, and we want to share this with all of our sphere of influence and everybody else that we know to get your name out there, because We know that you're a huge value and you can add value to people's lives and change their lives. So with that being said, if any of you or anybody you know want to get better every day and want to learn more about Ginger or about her CrossFit classes, please visit G-Theory CrossFit.com. Go to New Athlete and then just go from there. And
yeah, you can also email us from there as well. And if you have any injuries, doctors, I love it all. Let me know, because the more I know, the better. The classes in here are small for a reason. You get one-on-one. It's very personalized training, and we want to keep you safe. Rehab, if you've got an injury, there's no excuses in here. Even if you got a broken foot, like, come on in, because we'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll keep you moving. So
awesome. Thank you, Ginger, for sharing. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, our
guys so
pleasure.
much.
Thank you.